morning from Radcott. It's cold.
It's cold. The thermostat on our Eberspacher decided to fire at 2 o'clock in the morning. So we're both a little tired. We wake up this morning and it turns out we got a field full of cattle.
We went to sleep in a nice empty quiet field and we've woken up and there's hundreds of them.
Yeah.
Actually hundreds.
Yeah.
Luckily George doesn't chase cows and cows don't chase George, so it's all
It's funny
peaceful.
because if he saw a hamburger, he'd go after it.
It's true.
But
Anyway, we're going to the end of the navigable Thames today, hopefully. Lechlade.
not just hopefully, we got to.
We haven't got
We
to.
out of food.
We
We won't starve. 3 locks, I think it is, to the end of the
Yeah.
canal. About 5 miles. And,
About 3 hours. I think it's
3
more than
hours.
5 miles. Yeah.
5 miles, maybe 7 miles.
I don't know.
And George is doing a poo.
We've made it to the end of the navigable Thames at Lechlade. Well, beyond Lechlade.
Yeah.
We've just winded.
Apparently the Thames continues down that way, and I think that's the Thames and Severn Canal that way, although it might be the other way around. And yeah, there's a big bridge that blocks our path that way, and down this way you can apparently continue for up to a couple of miles, but there's no more turning points for small boats, larger boats like ours. And once you get past a little ways, it's all like 2 foot 6 inch deep or something. So there's big sandbanks and everything. So this is about as far as we can go.
So we might walk a bit further if we stay tonight. Well, we're staying tonight. If we stay tomorrow, we might walk a bit further. And yeah, go and explore Lechlade.
Yeah. So now back to Lechlade,
Back to find a mooring.
which means turning on the engine.
We are in the most glorious mooring in Lechlade. We really like it here.
So many cow poops. And sometimes so many cows. Yesterday out the duck hatch, a large number of possums.
We went for a walk with George just to the end of the navigable section again. And we came back and Michael was going to go to the shops and I was going to come back to the boat. And I got to the field and I was like, Michael, you're going to have to escort me back to the boat because it's literally surrounded by cows.
And one of them was trying to pull one of our rubber bumpers out because I don't know what he thought the rope was. And another one was trying to get at Joe's flowers.
Someone said they have been known to put their feet on the roofs of boats to get to the flowers on top.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised by that.
So yeah, I had a few nightmares about that. So Lechlade's really nice. We had a walk into the town.
It's really nice. Like, it's kind of funny because it's got this Main Street section that's just so old and picturesque, and it's just really nice.
There's like a little market square outside the church,
Yeah.
and there's this notice board, and there's all these pictures over the last 100 years of
The history of the town and
yeah, of
everything.
what's happened. It's really lovely.
But it's kind of funny because you walk up towards the co-op, so a couple of blocks further up, and it starts feeling all recent modern housing and stuff. Took George into a little recreational park, and I was like, this is really kind of funny because those two houses there that I've seen from the front that are like really, really old houses and everything are just facades, and then the back end is this modern building that's been put into place. It's like it's just kind of different. Like it's really, I found it an interesting town.
There's the halfpenny bridge,
Halfpenny
Bridge, and there's like a little toll house still on the bridge where I guess people played the toll.
It's a listed building made in 1792, I think it said.
Yeah, and the door was open. You could have a look inside when we went past.
George, what you doing? Okay.
We went to the charity shop to look for some DVDs, and there's a Christmas shop that's open all year round randomly.
It's just kind of a weird idea. There's a chip shop that we don't rate.
Very disappointing chips.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's quite interesting to be at the end of the navigable Thames. There is the disused derelict canal, the Thames and Severn,
Yeah.
which would be amazing if we could go on that, but
Yeah, that'd be so cool if they'd reconnect that.
That goes
all the way to.
like near Bristol, the Severn Estuary.
I knew the name of the Stroud, which is at the northern end of the Severn Estuary, and actually has its own little canal that goes down to the Severn itself, and that too is, I believe, closed.
Because if that was open, we could just carry on, and we wouldn't have to go back down the Thames,
Yeah.
down the Oxford, up the Oxford even, that we've already done.
Okay, here it's a little bit wider, but it was so fascinating that pretty much, we started on Limehouse at hundreds of feet wide,
Yeah.
and then we make it up past Duke's Cut at dozens of feet wide, and then we make it to,
A few feet wide.
a few feet wide, and
places.
tiny little crazy meanders.
That's what we had to talk about. Like how bendy the section was.
Yeah.
Like you'd be going along, and then 5 minutes later you'd be coming back next to where you were going along.
We're coming up, we're turning this way, and I'm like, is that the canal over there? 'Cause
Why is there
I think
why
I'm
is
gonna
there
be
a bridge there?
Yeah, I think I'm going to be over there, and then the bridge is over here, and I know I have to go through the bridge at 90 degrees, which means somehow I need to do like a 360. It was like going up a mountain in Vietnam, like just and back and forth and
So you
back.
had to be pretty alert as to what was going on, and luckily we didn't meet any boats in the bends.
Lechlade is a beautiful place. Cannot recommend this end of the Thames enough. Like really can't. Like I sort of had lower expectations.
We were just doing it because we're trying to do everywhere and we had to tick it off, but yeah, so
Yeah,
glad that
and
we
I'd
did it.
kind of been disappointed that we'd missed it last year because there was a closure at one of the early locks, but I was always kind of like, well,
Never mind,
it's not a big deal. But then it's actually been probably, well, definitely my favorite portion of the river.
Better than Limehouse?
Well, not better than Limehouse. I mean, that was a more fun experience. But at the end of the day, I barely got to see any of it because we were moving so bloody fast and I could only concentrate on driving.
As somewhere to stop and relax and enjoy, it's one of the nicer places.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. There's just so many stretches of just field.
Stock up on groceries at Oxford because there's nothing to Lechlade.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Click the thumbs up if you like the video. Click the bell if you want notifications when we release a video,
And keep watching for the bloopers that are coming up.
I don't know if you made any.
I just made a dozen of them. I just full on bloopered my heart out. So wait, is this going at the beginning or
The end of the Lechlade.
the end of the Lechlade?
Yeah, the end of the last cruise.
Like, because in India I've seen cows inside people's houses and
Yeah.
stuff, and it's like it would be really funny to have a cow's head just outside a duck hatch going, "Rrrr," you know,
Don't, because it could happen.
grabbing stuff off the side. No, we just met that one tree that I now have a black and blue spot on myself where I was treed. Yeah.
I think that was the last video.
Yeah, but the
more
black
sympathy.
and blue. Yeah, well, the more sympathy because what was it in the middle of the evening yesterday after
It was purple. It was like dark purple.
Yeah, and you were like, oh my god, you know, and that was like, yeah, I know how bad it hurt.
But when the weather's like this, you've got to have ice cream.
Yeah,
Should we go and walk for an ice cream?
we probably should.
We probably should.
I think we'll go walk for an ice cream.
Yeah.
We got really lucky with weather, obviously. Like
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
late September. I think it's like the 27th of September now, and
and it's t-shirt warm. T-shirt?
t-shirt.
It's a t-shirt. It's t-shirt warm. Silly George. Try again.
Come on, George.